This isn't just me, right? Mario? Mario? Uncle Tony? Who's this? As you may know, some characters in the Super Smash Bros. Series, they resemble themselves, but have a few qualities that make you wonder. Sir, everyone wants to know, are you aware that you're ugly? But Mario. We all have a Mario that is central in our minds as the definitive Mario. Usually the one we first see, but this one. Like, Mario. So what may be one of the most important questions ever asked? Why does Mario look like that?
Help me!
We need to go back to 2001. 2001. Shrek, SpongeBob, 9/11, and Super Smash Bros. Melee. I've been playing this as long as I can remember. But what specifically is important about Melee? Well, this was, for a lot of these characters, the first game they appeared in 3D. Not that kind of, not pre-rendered either. I'm talking real Toy Story-ass 3D. And what this means for Mario? It was before all this. Alright, bring him in. Yeah, this is the kind of shit I'm talking about. That doesn't look like Mario. It's obvious they were going for the Super Mario 64 box art render. You can see it right here. And yes, it looks like that, but it's also like they let a little bit of air out of the tires. You know what I mean? And the longer I look at it, it's clearly the proportions. Everything about him is less plump. Smash characters are not designed to be standing looking forward. They're designed to be in poses you can see from afar, as well as facing the camera with their full body, which, when you see it and you do it yourself, feels very unnatural. But this could also be the reason they all have this weird thin face syndrome. You know what I'm talking about? Mario, Marth, Mr. Game & Watch. Look at his limbs compared to the original art. The limbs are more full, thicker, and the distance between the arms, the legs, the feet, you know what I'm saying? It's lesser. It feels more like a little chibi unit, and this feels like an elongated, gangly version of small Mario. And you talk about Brawl being realistic. Look at his details. Seams on his hat. Realistic denim. Shiny buttons. And overall, just like this super dark palette, it's so weird when you put it next to his other models. And the trend does not stop with him. His brother, the princess, Bowser. Why does Bowser run like this? Why is DK a full gorilla? Today, we're gonna break down the answer as to how Mario turned from this to this in Smash. Hey, oh, whoa, whoa! Welcome to the segment, Places I Would Sleep in. The first area we got is the All-Star Rest area. The background here is so damn peaceful. You could sleep here all day, or for the rest of your life, because I'm pretty sure this is purgatory. Ooh, hold on. Okay, alright, not bad, not bad. On first glance, the temple seemed like a relaxing locale, but it actually seems dirty and decrepit. Like, why would anyone go here? Okay, found in the dreams, very nice. Did not anticipate my socks being wet, disgusting. Over there, that's where I want to be. The city. The fire escape locked me out. Can you call someone? Wait, this isn't in Melee. Oh, it's today's sponsor, FlexiSpot. FlexiSpot is a global brand focused on ergonomic and space-saving furniture and are renowned for their quality and reliability with furniture built to last. Let me know if this sounds familiar. My old bed sucked. The slats would come loose, the bed would squeak, things broke easily, and when I wanted to find a replacement part, no. I'm done. Now I'm just a man with all this wood. Well, lucky for me, FlexiSpot came through with their Japanese joinery bed frame. Gone are the days of these screws, those weird lock things, and I don't know, aren't these Cheetos? With the Japanese joinery bed, you wanna know how many parts it came with? Yeah, I think there's like more characters in the first Smash. No power tools, no screwdrivers even. You wanna know why? This style of woodworking is based on the Japanese principle of sashimono, meaning you lock in carefully crafted pieces using precise tension and compression. Not only will you have a great bed, you'll impress people with your Japanese knowledge. Building this bed is like sliding the long piece in a slot in Tetris. And the result? No creaking, no shaking, nothing. This is due to FlexiSpot's rubber wood. It's top tier in strength and lasts long with its moisture resistant and scratch resistant coating. And remember the bed slats? Well, FlexiSpot's solution is the same as your Pokemon light up shoes when you were a kid. Velcro. Once it's in? Yeah, how's nobody figured this out yet? And the final result! Let's see if it passes the cat test. Not only does FlexiSpot's Japanese joinery bed boast high-quality materials, but it beats the competition in price too. And you can make it your own with a customizable headboard, nightstand, and electronic backrest. And when you do decide on what you want, you can order it and see it in your room between 3 to 5 days. Click the link below to experience the FlexiSpot bed frame for yourself. Don't miss out. Use our exclusive code JPBF for an instant discount. Transform your sleep with comfort, convenience, and unmatched value. Thank you so much to FlexiSpot for sponsoring this video. Where were we? Oh yeah, it's just so different. This guy is a jolly Disney character, and then this guy, you rolled into me, bro. You are a scammer. Okay, call your brother, we'll fight. I don't care. Maybe if we look at the rest of the Mario series in Smash, we can sort of build an argument as to what the series director Masahiro Sakurai was thinking, and maybe find a through line as to why they look like this. Let me ask you, imagine the best version of yourself. Luigi! He's always been a little weird. In Smash 64, he was this goofier version of Mario, you know, with lighter jumps, slippery everywhere, and okay, fine. Let's see how he turned out in Melee. Son, you might be adopted. It's actually just like really funny seeing him in Melee because he's like this bizarro version of the character. Largely, the model, like Mario's, is very detailed, but when you look at it, it resembles Yahoo! Mario Kart 64 Luigi. So, okay, how did this happen? I think it has to do with Melee as a game. The art direction is surreal. Like, we got ideas for these characters, and their depictions are approximations of how they would appear in their original title. And when we have that context, the full story starts to make a little bit more sense. That's Mario, that's Luigi, and they're the Misrepresentation Brothers. So, if they're supposed to be approximations of our understanding of the character, how did they end up like this? Well, it's actually incredibly simple. This game came out close to the launch of the GameCube, but the real launch title. These two games were developed around the same time, but by no means did they have any communication about what was going on. So, decisions about how Luigi would look and sound, the Mario model, hell, Bowser's model. So the real boring answer is, these two are depicted based off the first 15 years of the characters, where the year directly when it released, they said, actually, this is what they are now. Gotta feel awful. So sure, okay, that explains that, but game after game, it's not like he corrected course. Sure, Brawl, we see Mario's model sort of change to be a little bit more pudgy and align with his other appearances, but it's Brawl. And in the case of Luigi, even today, in Ultimate, that's still not the Luigi you may have come to know in Mario Party or Mario Kart. He's this goofy, bizarre version of Luigi. And in fact, that might be on purpose. You see, Sakurai, he was an old gamer. He played Mario when that first came out, so his impressions of the character were from the NES. Luigi first debuted in the Lost Levels as a playable character, and in this game, his whole shtick was he was a weird Mario. He had weird ice physics and a floaty jump. Things we directly see in Super Smash Bros. Legal counsel has advised me to say that this was not in fact the first game he appeared in playable, but I was talking more like, you know, him having like distinct differences from his brother. Only true ones remember his Game & Watch appearance. So in conclusion, Sakurai seems to just hold tradition. Mario's depiction in Super Smash Bros. Was from his first depiction in 64, building that game around the central character. Maybe it feels weird to change it, and by extension, Luigi and his Vaseline-covered physics. That's just based in the original depiction of the character Sakurai feels is the most accurate to all of Luigi's history, not just the most recent. Even Peach. Peach wasn't Peach until 1996! Unlike the misrepresentation brothers, I really like how Peach is depicted in Smash Bros. Probably because the official one kinda sucks. Here she very obviously is referencing her N64 depictions, but all of these were based in the original character art she had. So, actually, it's very accurate to her first portrayal. And when it comes all together, she is very vibrant. You look at her and she looks like a doll. The actual idea of a princess. Her hair is big and flowy, a central design trait of the character. Her dress has frills, her eyes are bright, her earrings are bright. It's just a very great depiction of the characters, both in model and animations. I guess what I'm trying to say is, what happened? And I gotta say, out of all the Mario characters, in terms of vibes, she really nails it. Better than maybe what the main Mario series is doing with her. Maybe we were too hard on Sakurai. Maybe this is actually the way they should make characters. Oh. Did they get Junji Ito to design these guys? What is this? Oh my god, what did they do to you? You look like a rotting pepper. Yoshi hurts. Yoshi is painful. Every game he's in, he's this ball of light, this ray of sunshine that makes your life better. And this is just some homunculus begging for death. Yoshi makes a little bit of sense though. What they were doing here is actually trying to depict him close to his first appearance. And if you know anything about Yoshi, he had like sciatica or something. It's like seeing Homer in 3D, you know? It just does not look right. It's not like they didn't have Yoshi's story to go off of. That was a perfectly good depiction. Why did he do this? His eyes are like popping out of his head. His fingers and arms are all gangly-like and disgusting. Ugh. You know when someone like hands are so soft and you can feel every individual skin cell? Ugh. But in the very least, we wouldn't have to see this for many years longer. After this game, slowly but surely, they'd fix Yoshi and they'd straighten out his back. Anyways, moral of the story, he's back to being himself. He's as bright and bubbly as you may see him in any of the spin-off Mario games. And it's always good when you see your like stoner friends from high school just figuring out life. What happened to these two? Alright, I'll admit, Bowser does look very cool. He's strong, the power character, right? How did he start? Oh, he's just a little guy. Oh, he's just a little guy. There's something just oddly silly about how he looks in Melee, and it's baffling. On one hand, we have this model with hyper-realistic scales, the spikes, the teeth, the eyes. Then you just see his little dog snout, and he's like, oh, he's just a cute little guy. This model is like small, so you see him standing next to like any character, and you're like, this is the guy that's caused you so much, really? So it's no secret, he's the worst character in Melee, by like no question, and his moveset is not exactly in the realm of highly referenced. We have this ground pound, sure, but other than that, he's a laughing stock, he's a joke. But looking at all the information we have, I think we might know why. You see, Super Smash Bros. Melee was developed in 13 months, and when they decided they would add all of these clones, I think it was because all of them are humanoid and easy to animate. Those characters could have been done quickly, but you know what probably took a while? Characters that were not conventionally easy to animate. Hence, why Bowser's moveset consists of mostly him going into his shell or throwing his body right at you. Very little in the way of like complex animations, which explains all aboard! Choo-choo! We're all aboard the Bowser! Woohoo! Yay! But model-wise, I don't know what to even say. It's clear they were going for an amalgamation of all of Bowser's appearances, and yes, even including the NES one. But being a kid, seeing this portrayal in Melee first, and then, a year later, directly,
Mario! How dare you disturb my family vacation?
Mario, how dare you ruin my family vacation? Roar! Sorry, that's like a vocal stim for me. Who would have predicted depiction after depiction, being a scary monster, a beast, and then literally right after you release your game.
Hey, Junior, let's go to Blockbuster so you can get NHL the hits.
He bet everything on them not making Bowser a lousy, pathetic, fat-ass father. And he was wrong. He lost so much on the stocks. Best part is after this, he's like, that's crazy. That's Bowser now? Oh, that's nuts. Anyway, I'm gonna do this. Actually, there's this interview where he's talking about Giga Bowser and how it was depicted from his first impressions of Bowser on the NES, just this horrible, frantic beast. And that's why he, he's frothing at the, he's a really disgusting ass guy. I'm sorry to say. I don't know why they invite him to these things. He's a menace to society. They're bringing him on Joe Rogan now. Like, it's not funny. He's not a good guy. I don't know why we're normalizing this. Anyways, this idea that he had of Bowser on the NES, mine was, Mario, how dare you ruin my family vacation? But his clearly was much different. So that might have informed why today we still see Bowser like this. The real kicker is, they added his bastard son to Smash. So you see this, and then you put his son next to him. It's just disorienting. I don't know, I kind of love it. Yeah, that'd be crazy if you added this side character of a series next to a character that's not represented properly at all. Okay, this was done out of hate. What the fuck is this? I can make excuses for all of the other characters, but I still do not understand Donkey Kong. Maybe to understand Donkey Kong, we have to understand ourselves. This isn't like he had no information on what Donkey Kong was gonna become. He knew. The model stayed pretty damn consistent throughout this era. DK64, his voice was not a dresser sliding across the floor. And in Melee, his model, it looks like he got sat on by Bowser's fart gif. Poor guy is hungry, give him a snack.
Why is he like this?
Yeah. It's really funny this came full circle. Anyways, DK stayed pretty beast-like in Smash Bros. Even today, and while he is more cartoony nowadays, he still has like one brain cell where he should have at least two. And it all comes back to the Melee model for me. It's so bizarre. He's so skinny. He's got like a neck, and like his muscle mass is just incredibly small. So when you stretch the model out, it just looks completely wrong. I don't even know what's like, the face is the easiest part to get with DK, and even the face is like, I'll give Brawl credit where the actual idle animation looks very similar to DKC. But they do this thing with him where they make his fur hyper realistic, and yeah, no, I don't really want fleas in Smash, just saying. And they give him the popping eyes and the teeth, and yeah, that's all fun and good, but it just seems so far away from the Donkey Kong a lot of us know. And unlike characters like Yoshi or Peach, where these amalgamations make sense, this one doesn't really make sense to me. What this brings us back to is it feels like the Mario series in Smash is just an amalgamation of ideas, like as if you put the idea of Mario into an AI and it spit out this model. And then it got me thinking. I remember seeing this video on Melee where all of the aesthetics, the design, the music, the sounds, it feels very much like you're in the Matrix. From the title screen, you see this weird digital space, lines, and then particles bursting everywhere as if it's loading the world you're about to enter. The menus feel all digital, like the background with all of these wavy lines. And then just some of the levels, like Battlefield, Final Destination, Race to the Finish. Not to mention the wireframes and the characters. Them all being this weird approximation, being loaded in based off of the data given to them. Wait. When they enter the battle, look at them. It's as if they're materializing from a trophy. Like an amiibo. What if all the trophies in the gallery, they operate similarly to the amiibos we have in real life? The trophy descriptions have all of this information about each of the histories of these characters, and then the computer, the Matrix, loads them in to a digital realm. And the master hand is manipulating these trophies and putting them to battle so he can test their strengths, seeing, as a power scaler would with characters, how strong each of the characters are. And this reading, honestly, it's a really cool idea about what Melee was supposed to be, especially given the time restraints, and it makes me feel a lot better about some of these characters that are not represented perfectly. Maybe that was the whole point. Of course, Why is a plant the best represented Mario character in the entire series? Thank you everybody for watching all the way to the end. This is a new style if you don't know. I'm trying this green screen thing, putting myself immersively in game world. So if you like that, I want to make more. So let me know down below what Smash character you want to see me do next. But for now, this is the member end card. You support me every month. You get your name read out on here, just like a Smash Bros roster with Wiimote sound. So I'll let them take it from here, but this has been
Tiny
Alax.
Twim!
And I will see you on the flip side.
Vision Spire! Catalina! Jinx the Sith! DJ 1001! Emily Infinite! DJ Roman 21! Spectacle! Force
Take off your pants.
Debbie! Circus Boy! Tim! Kios!
Bingo! Ho ho ho!
JT Rock! Derek Crunchy! Single Bingo! Enderglaze! Alex Kingsley! Bike Time!
Eating a burger with honey mustard.
Kyoyo 99!
Victory is my friend.
Storm! Gamer Dylan 6! Big Sleater! Go! Hi there! Beepo! Yosha! Little Helper! Nutty Squirrel! Toto Meister! What? Our Boy! Latte Lady! Sanador! Consular! Urabaha! Smirk! Starp! Joe! Aeroskies! Another Daisy! Frankly Goomba! Irene!
Rewrite an algorithm quack.
Laxus! Cake Ghoul! Here, Nimbus! Master Big Mac! Suffer Sadness! Halberder V2! Marlin! Flex! Spencer! Anubis 570 to Wild Card! Frey! Golden Protoman! John Tendo! Big Bird is cool!
Nothing personal.
Corman! Chad Blaster! Mega Dude 64! Cadet Wooded! Jolene D! Sandy!
Big, fuck, good boy.
Rantans! Jay Harris! Gordon Pine! Timmy Unlocked! Old is Gold! Urka! X-Trick! Hawaii Frog! Put, yeah! Hide! Lure Fax! Salamba! Aiden! Vivo-san! Stever! Saturn Yoshi! Wicked Bat! J-Brock Tony! Nemesis!
Bow before Megatron!
Lynn! Swagger Muffins! Magnuson Lars Lot! Jan Kut! Seta! Spring! Miros Vivo! Feedy!
Wanna see my tattoo?
Proud Souk! Salamander! Rumi! Imp Head! Kubasama! Derek Crunchy!
Here I come!
Single Bingo! Bike Time!
Eating a burger with honey mustard.
Corwin!